Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. Just me. Mr. Heidi is in taking a nap, and so are the dogs. And I assume so is the cat, because she's not out here either. They're all in there sleeping. So, but it is June 8th, 2021. It is Tuesday afternoon at 2:05 p.m. And I got a lot of stuff to share with you guys. First off, we did get our new phones in. I think I told you guys about that with Verizon. The Galaxy, I think it's A46. I don't have the box out here anymore. Oh, I think I do have the. Okay, yeah, it is A42 5G there, and I don't know how long this is good for, but let's see. They're supposed to be $100 each. Um, yeah. So around $100. I don't know. This is for two of them. I think it was around $400. I don't know. We're making payments on it like $10 a month or something like that. Anyway, they were like less than half off or more than half off. So I really like it. I wanted to show you guys the phone case I did get for it was this, and it actually came with this pop socket on it too. I went with something a little different. Of course, purple is my favorite color, and that's the front. It's just a little. Let's see. I think it's not quite as wide as my old phone. Let me plug my old phone. I'm using my old phone still to play games on because as long as you have Wi-Fi, you don't even have to have. So I use that in that way. It saves the battery life. Let's see. So probably almost identically the same size. It's not quite as wide as this is my old phone. So it's not quite as wide as my old phone, but it's let's see, it's a little taller. So, but it's the camera on this Galaxy is just superb. It's just beautiful. I'll show you a picture I took earlier to share with a friend on a painting I'm doing. Yes, I said painting. There's been a lot of changes. I decided that Brad and I were doing a lot of fighting. And I know that that's common when your spouse suddenly retires or becomes disabled and they don't really know what to do with themselves. You don't really know what to do with them. And all of a sudden, it's kind of like, you know, he's used to managing things and he wants to kind of restructure the house. And I'm like, well, I wasn't aware it was not, good enough. And so we changed things around. So we quit fighting and we quit fighting over chores. And each of us knows what to expect and what our chores are, and also free time. So we each have some time to ourselves every day. And in that time, I have decided to start exercising and then also doing some daily artwork. So I have that big exercise bike, but it's a little hard for me to get on. And I'm still working on the cellulitis healing up. So I'm just using the seated peddler for now. But I was able to do almost 20 minutes on it today. I mean, I could feel it, and I'm sure I'll feel it tomorrow. But when I woke up, my neuropathy in my feet was so bad. It was like pins and needles. My feet felt cold, and they feel better now. And then I'm going to add in some stretching exercises and stuff. And then I started a painting, and it's just an abstract. It's kind of what I call a kaleidoscope under the sea. Because I just needed to I haven't really painted in a year, so I needed to reacquaint myself with just the textures and the feels of the paints and the different paints and the different mediums. I normally work just mainly in acrylic, but I like to kind of mix it up. I'll use fabric paint, I'll use this and that. I kind of like to have a 3D effect, so I'm just kind of enjoying it, listening to some music. That's my me time. So first I exercise, and then I go over and I paint. Then after that, I have a set amount of chores that I know I'm going to do. You probably hear the dryer going right now. Um, and that way I feel like it's not. Before I feel like all I was doing was just being a maid, and you know if you're not going to have anything to look forward to, what's really the point? And Brad has kind of his own schedule of his own time, and he has physical therapy, his first full one today. And so he was really kind of hurting when he got home, so that's why he's been laying down. And I don't think he slept real well last night. I actually did go back to bed. I was up probably about 5:30, and I was up for a couple of hours. I helped him get his shoes and stuff on. We bought him the wound care doctor wanted him to get some sandals that were kind of strapped on and stuff to get more air to that toe. I was still trying to get that toe to heal up. And he really likes those. They're just kind of what we call them Jesus sandals, okay? And that's what the wound care doctor called them. And it's just kind of that typical, but it's got a Velcro strap that goes around the ankle and one that goes over the top. So it's adjustable for if his feet are swelling. But he really likes them and they're comfortable and stuff. So that's great. They didn't want him to keep wearing the Crocs all the time because they didn't feel like maybe he was getting enough air and stuff. So I don't know. This was a good fit. And then, like I said, he's got some time to himself every day, and we've divided up the chores. I mainly do the housework, and he does the cooking and that. So we both kind of catch the laundry. But it's working out well, and we both are happy, and there's no more fighting or bickering or anything like that. Let me show you the painting I'm working on. Let's see. I'm still trying to learn where some of my stuff is, of course. So this is the painting. Nothing fabulous or anything. But yeah, that's just in the beginning stages. This is only day 2 of it. It's a big painting though. So it's fun. I'm enjoying that. Brad found some more of my art supplies, which was nice. So, and then I love specialty paints like the metallics, and I love the iridescence and that kind of stuff. So if you're ever wondering if you want to get me anything, that's the kind of stuff I love. I love the fabric paint, basically in the bottles that you just squeeze. So that's really nice. I love to use that on painting. Always looking for a good white marker, and it even can be oil. I'm not sure where mine is. I thought I had one here. Let me see if I can dig it out. Yeah, like this. This is a fine tip though. I need a wider one than that, or I'll be here months on Sundays. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing, and we were starting to eat a little. We went down the rabbit hole of Nutella. Yeah, we had to walk away from the Nutella because it was not being friend to our blood sugar numbers at all. So I think the cellulitis is going to be okay. I don't think I'm going to have to go in and see anybody after all. And I thought maybe I was getting a kidney infection, and it seems like that's okay too. Here comes Mr. Charlie, man. Hi, Char. How's my little love bug? Charlie, what are you doing? I'm making a video.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
I'm telling you were taking a nap because you had physical therapy. Are you okay now?
I am. I'm feeling much better.
Yeah, well, I think you were overtired too.
Yeah.
There's some leftover hamburger and mashed potatoes, and then I cleaned all those strawberries for you.
Oh,
they're in a bowl here too.
Holy smoke, thank you.
And I painted and I exercised and
It's been a busy little beaver,
I
haven't
have.
you?
I haven't started my housework yet, but I'm gonna get that. It won't take that long.
Wow.
So,
So this is mine right here.
yeah, the bowl and that.
Okay.
So I was telling them that you were doing your physical therapy and that we divided up chores and that, putting into us kind of bickering and fighting about
Yep.
who
Who's
was
doing
gonna
what?
do what and feeling like we weren't getting any free time and
Yep.
you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, my free time today was catching up on sleep.
Well, you use it how you need to.
Yeah.
You know, if that's what you need to do, we talked about that, then that's what you need to do.
Did you tell him I made cinnamon rolls?
No, I did not. He made reduced sugar cinnamon rolls, and they were very good. He made just a very small batch, and that's good. You know, because, you know, we have to really watch the carbs and that. But I love his cinnamon rolls. They're so good. So, yeah, that was good. Uh, but, yeah, that's about what we've been doing. The tomatoes and stuff outside are doing wonderful. And, you'll probably need, those didn't look like the best of strawberries.
They're really tart.
So you're going to need to put some artificial sweetener on
Yeah.
them or something, you know. But
Yeah.
there was about a third that weren't any good. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
so they weren't the best.
Yeah.
But you know what are you gonna do? Sometimes you get a great batch, like the batch before this of strawberries was excellent. But these seemed harder and not near as ripe, you know. So right, Charlie? Charlie came and slept with me when I went back to sleep. I was telling you guys that I was up for a couple hours. Then Brad was leaving to go to physical therapy. I went back to sleep for a couple hours because I was really super tired. I was overtired. I don't sleep that well. I'll sleep for about 4 hours and then I'm up. And I'll get away with that for maybe a week, week and a half, and then I need to sleep a little bit longer. So that's what I did. Uh, but yeah, things are going well. Things are going well. Um, like I said, all the tomatoes and peppers are doing great out there, and the flowers. Um, sure is easy to grow stuff here in North Carolina. I just love it.
Yeah.
We're not sure what's across the street. We thought that was soybeans, but that does not look like
No.
the same plants they had last year, honey.
No, they're not.
And we don't know if it's corn. It might be. I guess we'll find out. I told Brad he should just go over there and ask him. Like, yeah, right.
Well, it looks sort of like corn.
But then not totally,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, I don't know. I guess we'll find out eventually, or maybe not. So, I was missing you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well. You know, sometimes we need to, every phase of life, you kind of need to kind of look at, as I explained to Brad, you kind of need to look at what you enjoyed doing before you met each other, because you kind of lose sight of yourself. You get so busy with, you know, providing for a family and doing for the family and doing for each other that you forget to do for yourself. And you forget about the things you enjoyed doing even before you met, because those are fundamentally a lot of times still the things that you really enjoy. Maybe you can't do the same thing. Like I can't go roller skate like I used to. I still enjoy watching people roller skate like on TikTok and stuff, but I still enjoy the artwork. I still enjoy putting on the headphones and just kind of zoning out and doing artwork. Brad still enjoys, you know, he wants to meet some uh, other guys that bass fish and be taught how to bass fish. You know, he enjoys putting on the headphones and rocking out and going through his stones and he loves to cook. And what else do you like to do?
Um, like I said, I really want to learn how to fish.
Yeah,
And
magnet fish.
magnet fish. And I keep seeing these spots that I think, ooh, that would be a good place to try. But I don't know if legally we can get to the bodies of water there. You know, like
I
where
guess
the
you'd have to contact the Game and Fish and now.
yeah where the Tar River crosses 301 on our way to Rocky
Oh,
Mount.
now I know that pond that's there by the physical therapy.
Yeah,
I've seen people fishing there before.
yeah, and that's what those pictures where I sent you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I
yeah,
know. I was just telling you the first time we were ever there,
yeah,
uh, when you went to the orthopedist, there was a guy fishing.
yeah, I remember that.
Because I wondered if you could fish or not. See, we don't know anything about bass fishing. We fished for trout.
Yeah,
That's mainly what you fish for in Wyoming. So, yeah, I mean, those kind of things. Because, especially with Brad, I've always had the crafts, and I used to make a living doing different crafts at different points in time. Even though I stayed home with the kids and stuff, I usually was bringing in a little bit of income, sometimes more than that.
yeah,
But Brad all of a sudden being home and being disabled, so he can't be as active as he likes to be, really bored, you know. And one thing, you can't sit there and eat like we used to because, and he can't be as active because of the disability. So it's really been quite a trek for him to, and then it kind of felt like he couldn't do anything anymore. And he would ask me to do things that he's always done. And I'm like, I look at him like he had like 12 heads. And I'm like, you've always done this. I mean, but it's just that losing your self confidence.
yeah.
Because Brad's always been known as a big, strong guy that could, you know, manhandle stuff and was always very physically active. And so,
Pick up small cars.
yeah, and I mean, it happened rather fast with the disability and stuff over a time frame, you know, and so it's been, and I know a lot of other people go through that. It's been really a hard thing for him. He felt like, I think he kind of felt like he lost his identity. Did you, in a way, feel like you kind of lost your identity? Yeah.
Yeah,
And I kind of felt like he did too, because he's always been the big, strong guy who's been my protector. And all of a sudden, seeing him get weaker on the left side, and not knowing what to really think or expect, and still don't really know, because the orthopedist said that he needed to talk to his primary care doctor about the balance problems and stuff, because that would be a separate issue. So, feeling kind of like, when I told him, I miss my husband, and he's like, I miss him too. And I know that we're all going through that. If we're with a spouse, at some point in time, one of us is going to get, ill. One of us is gonna die. So, you better make the best of every day, because you never know. I talked before about my friend Joe, and we had gone up. It was it was a hurricane, and she invited us up to Alabama to
Hurricane Irma.
Hurricane Irma, and we got to spend some wonderful time with her and her husband Bob. And then, wasn't even a year later that he was hit. You know, he was rear-ended and you know died immediately. And that really, and I can't imagine how she feels, but it really kind of shook us too, because we had all these plans that we were all going to do this stuff together, because Brad really really liked Bob, and of course I really really liked Joe, and as couples we really got along fabulous. And so we were going to be doing a lot of stuff together, and then all of a sudden he's gone. And it makes you realize that that could happen to any of us at any point in time. And so, rather than fuss and fight with each other, you got to come up with a solution that's going to work. Because it's not good to even fuss and fight. I watched my parents, all growing up, fight with each other. And it would be some pretty brutal, you know, um, verbal. And then dad would get mad and like punch walls and throw chairs through walls and etc. But and sadly that seemed to be okay for my dad to say some of the most horrible things to my mother. And then she would take out her anger on me. And but as a child, you always remember those words like heifer and a lot of other wonderful words. And we never fought in front of the kids ever. We just wouldn't. But then we swept a lot of stuff on under the rug, which isn't good because then eventually it's got to come out. Eventually, you got to move that rug, and
That's
hope,
a good analogy.
yeah, and hopefully you can work things out and discuss things and you know and all of that, which we have, and like I said, we're far from perfect, and but we do love and care about each other, and we help each other, and bottom line, you got to be each other's best friend. Bottom line, because in that cold dark night, there's probably not going to be anybody else around. You got to have somebody around who's going to be able to speak up for you in the event that you can't, like in a hospital or anything else, and who's going to care if like if Brad sees that I can't breathe, he's going to go bust out the nebulizer. And if that doesn't work, then he's going to be busting out cell phone and calling 911, which he's had to do before. I've never had to call 911 on him. I think you've only had to call on me one time. Kim had to call on me one time. Our daughter had to call one time on me.
Yeah, I did down in Florida.
Yeah, yeah, you know. Right, Charlie Ann?
But how many times have you picked me up? Remember when I
Oh, yeah,
fell and smacked my head against that brick?
He's had some nasty falls. He hadn't had, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago you fell at the first orthopedic. No, a couple weeks ago at the orthopedics. We were at the wrong building, and Brad was going backwards in the rollator, and he didn't realize. Well, he saw that there was a difference in the sidewalk, but he didn't realize it was going to impact him the way it did, and he was going at a pretty good pace backwards. You have to imagine him sitting in this rollator and going backwards. And he hit that and splat. He hit the back of his head. He hit, of course, his back. He hit under his arm, his elbow underneath. At first, we thought it was okay. The next day, man, was that all bruised up. His knee, he hurt. That still hurts. But yeah, I've picked you up quite a few times from different falls. I never know at night when I hear something if that's him falling or if he's accidentally breaking something, which happens. We're going to be real about that. As you age and stuff, Brad's eyesight isn't the greatest, and also we both have our hands tremble, but his have been doing it longer and worse than mine. Also with the severe neuropathy that he has no sensation in his feet or anything, so he will accidentally spill stuff. I mean, imagine trying to hand somebody a cup and your hand is shaking so bad that you're spilling the fluid all over stuff, and he can't help it. That's why lids on cups are your best friend.
Sippy cups.
Yeah, and bags, anything like that he can put stuff in is better. He loves that bag underneath the seat of his rollator for that reason. But yeah, I never know. At night, if it's something he's dropped, or if it's him, luckily it's usually just something he's dropped, and that can be replaced. And we do slowly replace the stuff. It happens. It's gonna happen to all of us, guys. That we're gonna get where we don't see as well, and we don't have a grip on stuff. My hands have tremble more and more, and usually I can kind of clasp my other hand with my other hand and stop it. My biggest problem is my shoulders, and I know I'm probably going to have surgery on at least the left one because it actually clicks even at night when I'm loom knitting. I can feel it clicking, and sometimes I can hear it, and it's very painful. A lot of arthritis in both arms. Getting older. Getting older. That's all, you know. If we can put Brad's top half and my bottom half, we'd have a whole complete person, honey.
Yeah.
you know, but it's life, and the alternative is better than the alternative, which is not being here. So, and another thing I want to bring up is we have to all quit hating ourselves. Hating ourselves for mistakes we think we made in the past, for things we think we did in the past that might be hurting us now, physically, Mr. Heidi.
Yeah.
Hating ourselves for the size we are, how we look, how we are. This is how we are. When you get to be 50 and over, this is pretty much how you're going to be. I could lose all the weight tomorrow, and I would still have all the scars and the stretch marks, and I would have a lot more loose, saggy skin. Yeah, I probably would be healthier, and I'm doing the best I can with that, with exercise, and sometimes I thank God for diabetes, because I do have to really watch what I eat so much. I mean, we can't just go carve out like we'd like to. The other day, Brad and I made a mistake of, we had tried to buy from Walmart those the nice big muffins. Well, they make sugar-free ones, but they accidentally grabbed the sugared ones instead of us getting us the sugar-free ones. So we made a mistake the other morning of each eating one, and I tell you what, my heart was beating so hard, and we both just wanted to sleep. Way too many carbs and stuff. We did take our insulin, and that helped some, but man, we fed the other two to the dogs because we knew we couldn't eat them. We can't carve out ever like we'd like to.
No.
But we're finding alternatives, like, instead of having a ton of Nutella, having just a little skiff of it, and like if I really want chocolate, we have the sugar-free Stouffer's candy, which is really some good candy. You have to limit yourself on that also, but it's very, very nice. Or I'll have like a chocolate rice cake, but we're learning. And for me, it's easier than saying I'm on a diet, saying I'm eating this way because of my diabetes and to keep myself in check, because I don't want to ever be back in ICU like I was a year ago.
That was scary.
I don't want to ever go through that again where my blood, I mean, they tell me I was lucky I survived. They were telling Brad they weren't sure I would.
Yeah.
And, by the grace of God, I did. And I don't want to ever go through that again. That scared both of us. We have not bought a Pop-Tart or anything like that since. If we have ice cream, we have it where it's already portioned out because, but we have to really, really watch what we have. I love sugar-free popsicles. So does Brad. They're the best thing ever because there's something cold or something sweet. I have that instead of having that after dinner cigarette now. I'll have an after dinner popsicle. Well, 2 packs. They come in 2 packs. So, you know. Who makes them? Popsicle?
Popsicle brand, yeah.
Popsicle brand. They have the regular ones, which are like grape, cherry, and orange, or you can get the tropical kind, which I'm not that fond of, but yeah. Or Brad likes the Go-Gurts. He kind of got burned out on those.
I did.
Or the sugar-free fudgesicles. Those aren't too bad. Yeah. But, and I love, like, having a cup of the sugar-free hot chocolate at night. That's kind of, like, my thing. Right, Charlie Ann? Oh, my goodness. Him came and cuddled with him, Mom, when his dad left and stuff. We were spooning. He was all cuddled up, and then Nixie came on my bed, too. That's why she loves laying right there. She's got her face right over the vent right now.
I know.
The cool air blowing up and her little eyebrows are wafting.
Well, and on my bed with the fan going.
Yeah. Charlie's over here. He gets his head and he does this on your leg. Woo! Hi, Charlie. Hi, little man. Hi, Nixie. Your brother just pushed you away. That's so rude, isn't it? Come here, girlfriend. What? Don't be rude, man. Don't be rude. Don't be rude, mister. Okay? Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Little babies. No, you're not getting any more. No. No more treats today. No. Come here, Charlie and Heidi. Come here and quit. No, hey, sit and stop. You don't know. You don't need. Hey, look at me. Hello. You don't need any more treats today. No, sit and quit. You've had enough, okay, Charlie? Okay? You won't be able to twerk like you do if you have too many. Right, Nixie? No. Go take your little selfie. No. He's naughty, isn't he, Nixie? Charlie, come here. No, stop with yourself. Come here, Noodle. No. You know what Brad called Charlie the other day? Hungry hippo. You don't like it? You don't like it, do you, Charlie? Did Dad call you hungry hippo? Did he? Did you, Dad, call you? I did, didn't he? I know. Go bite him. Go chew your dad's leg off. Go. Go be a vicious guard dog now.
That's why he was laying on the bed with me taking a nap.
I know. That's why I can tell you're getting up because they finally start coming out.
What are you doing up here?
He's being naughty. Oh, sir. Brad, tell him to
Charlie,
behave.
That's enough.
Ha, Charlie.
Oh.
Don't be a bad dog, Charlie and Heidi. Don't be bad. See what I get? I get nothing. I get no respect, Charlie. Bad dog. It's bad. But anyway, that's all we got going on. You guys are probably like, oh, snore. Still making hats. I didn't even loom last night, though. Because, I don't know. I was still doing chores. I changed my bedding 1 week, and the next week I changed his bedding. So I had to do mine, and then the cat litter box. And then, I don't know. Oh, I was doing our pills.
Yeah.
And then we ate a little bit later because we both kind of, we had a lot of stuff to do. And, so I didn't even, then I got busy. I was playing some games on my old phone. And, yeah, I didn't even get.
Well, we watched some Criminal Minds.
Yeah, we watched a couple episodes of Criminal Minds. Gosh, that show is just getting better and better each season. Love it. And then we always watch some police chase videos. It's a nice way to like simmer down your evening, right?
Yes, it is.
And then we kind of dispart, and Brad will go into his phone, I'll go into mine, and he may watch an episode he's watching what, Stargate
Universe.
and I'm watching again, over again. Had to go on his channel Hulu because they won't let you just do it. I couldn't figure out how to do it back to back, but yeah. Oh, it's Tri-Peaks Solitaire. It's like it's got a little Hawaiian dude or something. Great game. I got Brad hooked on that. And then I play Under the Sea Solitaire. That's a lot of fun too. And you know, because those of us that have no life, and then you can play your bingo games once a day, right? So I love playing bingo, but I don't want to pay all the money that if I had to play it like in person. So I play it on there, you know. And we also go to a casino every night, a fake one, Jackpot Casino. But I got to play on a Planet Mulate or something. Moolah? I don't know. It's a cow one. I love it. We have no life, right? Right. Charlie, I love you so much, Charlie, man. You're a good boy, huh? Are you mama boy? Yes. It's a mama boy and Nixie Ann. And then Angel has been all over me lately. Did she sleeping with you last earlier? Late? Where is she? On my bed?
She's probably on your bed. Well, I told you about yesterday when I was working in that far bedroom.
She scared you?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was there going through boxes and stuff.
Hi, Charlie.
And all of a sudden I see movement, and I think it's a big effing rat.
I know you thought we had a rat in the house.
No,
It was a cat.
It was Angel's
Because she
ear.
loves to climb. She'll go and climb on my chest. And Brad laughs because I'll be on my phone or whatever. And I just kind of try to push her down a little bit so I can still see my phone. And we'll sit there for a long time, huh, honey?
Yeah.
Every so often I'll pet her and I'll kiss her and I'll tell her how much I love her. And she'll go, Mah!
Exactly like
Yeah,
that, too.
and then, so, okay. I missed you guys. I think you guys can tell that. I had to come on here and tell you I missed you so you wouldn't think that I just don't care. And thank you, Ann and Kathy and Carol and everybody else that comments, Shoshona. And there's another Kathy S. who actually remembered about the hats for 50 states. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And we'll probably do another video in a couple days, so you guys just sit there and be excited now. So I hope you all have a good week, and we will talk to you later. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.